Stan Gibilisco here with some advice for aspiring writers and experienced writers alike. In a nutshell, trite scan going crazy, to summarize, keep the action going. Write in an active sense, like things are happening. Dramatic things are happening all the time, we hope. These long interludes of descriptive prose are sometimes necessary, but rarely. In a good story, with the short attention span that readers have these days, it's best if you just keep things moving right along. And one of the best ways to ensure that you do that is to avoid the use of the, I don't know exactly what to call it, the verb to be in any of its forms. Is, was, will be. So that you might, for example, you might say, Stan Gibilisco was sitting at his iPad making a video, and it was snowing like crazy outside. Well, that's great. It describes exactly the situation right now. But suppose we said instead something like, as Stan Gibilisco sat before his iPad composing a video, the snow outside raged and raged, as if it would never end. Well, it sounds a little better. Something where you avoid the use of the word was, the use of the word is, and the use of the word will be, things like that. You can actually conduct a global scan of your prose after you've finished writing something, and scan for every occurrence of the word was, and scan for every occurrence of the word is, followed by a space, of course, to isolate the word. Was, space, is, space. And each time you encounter that word, ask yourself, is there a better way I can write this sentence? Is there a more active way I can write this sentence? A way that suggests that something is happening right in the reader's face, rather than something, and here I said, something is happening. Something active transpires as you write your prose. Something very, very important, worth reading. Things move along, they don't stop, and nobody ever gets bored, we hope. That's the idea, that you avoid these long, or even short nowadays, interludes where the reader gets distracted and says, oh, I'll skip this part, let's look ahead, let's look ahead. The reader should be grasped by your prose and should stay grasped throughout. Once you obtain a grip on your reader, that grip should be such that the reader can't put down your story, that the reader will spend all night long reading your story, to the point of exhaustion, to the point of passing out from sheer overabundance of brain activity. Does that ever happen anymore, I wonder? But that's the word of the day, the piece of advice for today. Keep things active, keep things happening, keep things moving. And this is particularly important in fiction, but it can be just as important in nonfiction. So, with all of that sage advice from the black holes of Dakota Territory, now white holes in the sky, and getting whiter and overflowing with snow. Signing off, Stan Gibilisco again here. Goodbye, good night, good luck, sweet dreams, active prose, and so long.